self-doubt and how we can overcome it. Now, someone recently posted on social media that they wake up crying every morning because of self-doubt, and that's a really, really sad thing. And the point of this video is self-doubt is stopping people from taking action, which otherwise would mean they may achieve something that they're not going to achieve because they're not actually going to go for it. That's the simple thing. But what is self-doubt? What is it? It's nothing more than us being cautious. And that's a natural human thing, all right? That's a natural human condition. And it goes way, way back to when we were primitive, because people think that we evolved from survival of the fittest, and we didn't. We evolved from survival of the cautious. So take this as an example. Imagine two primitive people walking across the savannah, and they hear a rustle in a bush. Well, the brave one would have gone, I'm going to jump in there and see what it is. Whereas the cautious one would have gone, wait, I'll hang back and see what happens to you, because it may be a saber-toothed tiger, it could be a lion. And the primitive person comes out and says, hey, I got it, it's a saber-toothed rabbit, if those things ever existed. And then they walk further on, and the sun comes up at its zenith, and it's red hot, and they see a cave to shelter in. And the brave one goes, let's get in that cave, and runs towards the cave. And the cautious one went, not me, I'm going to wait and see what happens to you, because there may be a bear in that cave or something that could kill you. And let's say that the brave one came out all right. Well, that's fine, but one day there will be a saber-tooth something or a snake that can kill you in the bush, and there will be something in that cave that will kill you. So we are descendants of cautious people. So that's why it's natural for us to be cautious. So if you are being cautious and you're calling that self-doubt, there's nothing wrong with you at all. But self-doubt stops people from taking the action they need to take to help them achieve their goals. That's the sad thing. But think about what it is for a minute. You're only born with two fears, which is fear of falling and fear of loud noises. Everything else you learn. So all the other fears and phobias and doubts you have inherited from somewhere, or you've allowed yourself to learn them. Now, when I grew up, when I was young, I had good parents, and lots of parents want to protect their children, and they say, be careful, mind you don't do that. And as you get older and you want to become something like a pilot, they may say, well, look, not many people get to become pilots, so why don't you just, become an engineer, or why don't you become a mechanic? So, we used to be told not to achieve what we want to achieve with the best intentions from people who love us, okay? And then we start to doubt our abilities later on in life. And even when we're young, actually, we start to doubt our abilities. So how do you overcome self-doubt? Well, you just look it in the face and you do it anyway. Now, Van Gogh had a saying, and he said, if you doubt you can paint, start painting. Simple as that, okay? John Stedman, my very close friend and brother, would say, don't tell Mark Dawes he can't do something, because he will go and do it. And many times I've doubted whether I'll achieve it, but I've gone and done it anyway. And some things work and some things don't. But that brings us back to the whole aspect of nature and our involvement through nature. We weren't magically just here. We evolved. Evolution. And evolution is nothing more than trial and error. So you try something, if it works, you do more of it. If you try something and it doesn't work, stop doing it. That's how nature evolves, that's how the universe has evolved, that's how we as human beings have evolved. So, my tip for you, if you want to overcome that little nagging voice inside your head that's causing you self-doubt, understand this. It's only there because you allow it to be. And you can change that voice in your head. There's an NLP technique, and I'll teach it to you now. If you've got this voice, this nagging voice saying, can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, make it sound like Mickey Mouse. Put it in your thumb. It's in your head, by the way, you can do this, because if it's in your head, you can do what you like with it. So make it sound like Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. Okay, you have that power. Put it in your thumb and do this. And muffle it. All right? And if you do that long enough, if you do that exercise long enough, that little doubting voice will go. Now, I know that for a fact, because I've taught that technique to thousands of people, and it works. And I didn't invent the technique, I got it from someone far greater than me. So, don't let self-doubt overcome your life. Think about the words self-doubt. You are allowing yourself to doubt your abilities. And one of the reasons you may be doing that, and just consider this for a moment, you may be scared of actually how powerful you are when you unleash your creativity on the world. There's something to think about. And one final thing I'd like you to consider is one day, when you're older, you sit in your rocking chair and you're looking back on your life. Wouldn't it be a shame to say, if only I had? If only I had. Because most things we worry about never happen anyway. All right, have a great day, and don't let self-doubt ruin your life, your opportunities, your futures, and your dreams. Just go for it. And trust me, everything will be fine.